Start. Having heard the learned counsel for the parties, we are satisfied that the appeals are liable to be dismissed. Stop. It is well settled that one of the co-owners can file a suit for eviction of a tenant in the property generally owned by the co-owners. Stop. This principle is based on the doctrine of agency. Stop. One co-owner filing a suit for eviction against the tenant does so on his own behalf in his own right and as an agent of the other co-owners. Stop. The consent of other co-owners is assumed as taken unless it is shown that the other co-owners were not agreeable to eject the tenant and the suit was filed in spite of their disagreement. Stop. In the present case, the suit was filed by both the co-owners. Stop. One of the co-owners cannot withdraw his consent midway the suit so as to prejudice the other co-owners. Stop. The suit once filed, the rights of the parties stand crystallized on the date of the suit and the entitlement of the co-owners to seek ejectment must be adjudged by reference to the date of institution of the suit. Stop. The only exception being when by virtue of a subsequent event the entitlement of the body of co-owners to eject the tenant comes to an end by act of parties or by operation of law. Stop. In order to cut short further litigation, we are inclined to invoke the jurisdiction vesting in this court under Article 142 of the Constitution. Stop. As noted in the earlier part of the judgment, the land standing below the structure has been partitioned. Stop. The need for partitioning the superstructure standing over the land was not felt by the landlords as the superstructure was just debris in their assessment as they had decided to demolish the same and reconstruct the property separately on their respective pieces of land falling to their respective shares by virtue of partition. Stop. In the absence of the superstructure having been actually partitioned, it can be assumed that the superstructure would go with the land and each of the co-owners would in any case be entitled to that part of the superstructure which corresponds with the land underneath as fallen to the separate shares of the two. Stop. During the pendency of this appeal, we had directed the parties to explore possibility of settlement if any and also to withdraw an agreed map of the property showing the house property divided into two portions indicated in separate colors so as to point out that part of the property to which the heirs of Baldev would be entitled and that part of the property to which Rama Devi and now her transferees would be entitled. Stop. Unfortunately, the parties have not been able to draw an agreed map. Stop. Both the parties have filed their separate maps. Stop. On a perusal of the two maps, we do not find any substantial difference therein. Stop.